Welcome back to Starfield. My name is Ricky, and this is Juliet. Last time we infiltrated a UC station to steal the comm spike, which happened to also be a ship. And today, we're gonna infiltrate another place with the specific intention of stealing their tech, so that way we can eventually sail our ship to the Legacy. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you this right now. I gathered every piece of evidence that I could gather at this juncture in time. First, we gotta talk to Akande here.
You had quite the eventful mission on your hands.
Delgado has Jazz working on the comm spike. Also, it's already installed on my ship.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes.
She already has.
So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannoc IV problem?
I gotta go to Generdyne. Here's a bunch more evidence. Feel like discussing your personal experience with the Crimson Fleet?
Not really, no.
Okay. I'll respect your privacy. At some point, she talks about that. When you give her enough evidence, it really does seem like all roads lead to Neon, you know? Estelle Vincent. That's who we're here to meet with.
You looking to get zoned?
I'm looking for you. I need to deal with Komiko's and her stupid dumb boyfriend who literally owns this city. Well, technically doesn't own the city, but basically owns the city. But also somewhere here, in here maybe? Right here. Evidence. I need to ask you about Komiko.
As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble. Ask away.
We're just going to go straight for the manipulation one. What I'm asking for is completely reasonable.
I think you may be right.
I know you'd help me if you could.
I'm glad you understand.
Right, whatever. Okay.
Listen.
Now she's going to
He
give
was
me
in
the
her
thing.
office.
Yeah, of course
I don't
she's
know
into
it.
something with
And before you
Bayu.
ask-
They're dating. Yeah, no, he unlocked the safe. That was not what I wanted to do, game. I wanted to turn the switch so that way no one could see me. Steal everything else. Well, the digipick and the other stuff. The game is usually, I said, Bethesda games in general are usually better about like where you click on stuff and like being pretty accurate. When it's not, it's real frustrating. There's other games that are way worse about it, don't get me wrong, but you've got something back here that I need. Right here, actually, as a matter of fact. Now we're going to talk to who?
Yeah. What do you want?
Well, I need a way into Generdyne.
You must be zoned out of your mind.
Help me or I'm going to show this evidence to the news.
How the hell did you find that?
It was in your
Estelle
safe.
Vincent, wasn't it?
No, it was in your safe.
Here, take this pack.
Right,
warn you,
whatever.
though. Good luck.
Okay, cool, yeah,
You're
right.
gonna need it.
I'm not killing anybody. I'm not going to kill the robots. I did that on my first playthrough. You get yelled at. And also, I thought the robots were ruining my stealth, and as it turns out, they weren't. Unlike several of the other stealth missions we have taken on in this game that are like big dungeon-y stealth missions, this one I've done before. All the Ryujin stuff I'd never done before. This one I have. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take off the armor, and we're going to take off... and this. But we're going to leave the helmet on in case I need to see. Here's the other heavily distinct advantage we have. This thing that just shows me where all of the people are. Unlike the Little Mermaid, I want to be where the people aren't. It shouldn't take too long. I will talk about very briefly when we get there the one section that caused me so much frustration in my first playthrough and my second playthrough until I figured out what I was supposed to do, which was not what I was doing. Those robots don't actually see you. I mean, they see you. They don't alert anybody. So it's fine if they discover you. That robot, on the other hand, not fine. That robot will alert everybody. Which is why there's a little tiny drop right here for you to avoid that robot. And of course, he doesn't show up with Send Star stuff. And then we can come over here and we can update and recalibrate. I don't think that's going to be a big problem, but now if the murder robot sees me for any reason, he won't attack me. It's interesting that nothing here is apparently owned. I can just take everything without it being stealing. That's fun. So we've passed one of the hardest sections. Apparently I am crazy stealthy today because the annoying robots aren't even seeing me. I think this might be the first time I've done this with this level of stealth, though, admittedly. I don't think I've ever done this with anything else. Here, right here. This is the section that caused me so much annoyance. Why did it cause me so much annoyance? Because I didn't know this vent was here for the longest time. So I just run past them and like hope for the best. Someone living in this vent? Like, there's syringes. Or is this just where they come to get high? Might just be where they come to get high. Oh, wow, that was convenient. The guard walked away just in the nick of time. Usually the guard that was walking away when we got to that other vent is just standing there for like 5 minutes and then you gotta wait. We've passed the 2 hard parts. So the first hard part was actually, for me, was when you first get in there and you walk up and then there's that room that with the door that I shut and then there's a cleaning robot in there. That was the first section that's caused me some trouble in the past. The second section that's caused me trouble in the past is the one I just talked about. This is the third section that's caused me trouble in the past. Coming up here in a second. That robot bumped into me and didn't see me. Not this section, but the section immediately following. Walking across this catwalk does not cause me problems. All right, so we're going to download this. Unfortunately, it's encrypted, so we do need to get it de-encrypted. Is this where all the energy is stored, I guess? They need these massive batteries to power the city that get charged up by all of the electricity in the area. It's actually pretty cool. Like, if we could do that in, like... If there was a place on Earth that just constantly had, like, thunderstorms, that would be a really cool thing to do. We don't. As far as I'm aware. This is the third section coming up here. That's caused me the most amount of problems. What I have trouble with here is not getting spotted right here. And I think the thing that spots me is there's a robot in that room. Like an actual proper robot and not one of the like cleaning ones. That's interesting. This is showing me Bayou. The Brayson, not... But this is a load zone. Let's talk to Brayson Bayou because it says to.
Oh, it's you. I was wondering how long it would take you to get down here.
You knew I was here?
If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother.
Ah, that's what it
Deserves
is.
everything he's got coming to him.
Well, you know what? I agree. So, we're going to upload that. Now we're supposed to go meet Estelle. And I 100% believe that we are meeting Estelle here at the Astro Lounge. And not anyone else, I imagine. Also, I think my parents are here.
There you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss.
We've met multiple times.
It's
so please tell me
obvious you're here to
you
meet
do
someone.
remember me, right, though? So, he wants to know who profited from the virus. You can tell him a bunch of different things. But I usually just say it was me. There is no consequences at all as far as I can tell for saying it was you. He will say there is, but I don't believe there is. So, it was me.
Really? There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder. I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave this place before you have a price on your head.
There's no consequences at all. But also, I would point out that I literally just was like, wait, what murder? The body, that murder. The guy who he killed in order to pin it on me. Because he had someone killed, and then he left evidence on the body that pins the murder on me, specifically because he is a monster. Within the narrative of the game world, I really am surprised no one has just come along and been like, hey, we should just kill him, and then just kill him. And like the first time you get to Neon, it's like, hey, we're mourning the loss of our leader who was just murdered for being ultra corrupt.
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astro Lounge, but I didn't have much of a choice. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? The man is priceless.
Yes, I can believe it, because he's a nightmare of a human being. Truthfully, though, he doesn't scare me at all, because I am the spacefarer, and I have magic powers, and he controls one city, and to be honest with you, I kind of control the rest of them. In some ways. Maybe not all the rest of them.
Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't... Now I'm in a bit of a bind.
Here, have some money.
How much-
It's way less than I can afford. The game was just like, 9,000 credits, it's all I can afford. I have 300,000 credits. And if you think that 9,000 credits is enough, then I'm fine with that. Remember when I said I had 300,000? No, that's wrong. I have 400,000 credits. I don't genuinely thought I only had 300,000 credits. I think this is the second time that's happened where I've just been completely unaware of how many credits I actually have.
All hell's breaking
Where are you
loose,
here?
Rook.
Oh, no.
I need you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible.
Does it have anything to do... Hey, I leveled up. Does it have anything to do with the fact that the UC is zeroing in on you guys? Because if that's the case, I don't know anything about it. Shield systems. 60% increased shield capacity, which means now I have a, where is it? 1200 shield. That's going to be so useful. And I might actually upgrade my shield while we're here right now.
You are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right. I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Dude,
Oh, that's
stop being a
real
jerk.
funny.
We've gotten word that UC SysDef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the key.
I don't know anything about
For
that.
their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannoc IV and bring Crix's legacy home. And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself.
Well, that's
Now get
interesting.
moving.
Because I'm actually going to hunt you down. So the comm spike is here. The comm spike, why does this just say it's a signal? That's the comm spike, right? Hang on. I'm going to double check and make sure that is in fact the comm spike. Nope. I must have clicked on the wrong thing because that's a signal jammer and not the comm spike. My bad. Comm spike gives me the ability to lock onto enemy ships 25% fat, or it's reduced by 25%, and weapon cost is 20% less to use in targeting mode, which is really cool. The conduction grid reduces EM damage by 50% and increases shield regeneration by 25%. And I'm installing 2 of them. I don't know if the effects stack from the benefits that you get, the conduction grid benefits, but what it does do is reduces, I guess it has to stack because the Bannoc IV EM crap, if you put 2 of them on it, it negates it completely, which I did not know until recently.
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange a briefing. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Where have you been?
Where do you think I have been? I have been busy doing my job.
You mean your latest excursion to Neon?
What?
I've received the reports about your little foray into Generdyne.
No one died. I didn't
Last
kill
piece
any of the
puzzle
stupid
before we
robots.
Go after Crix's legacy, which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key.
I'm glad the UC's finally back in your play.
Thanks to your evidence, we are finally able to convince them to task us the necessary resources. Before you jump to Bannoc IV, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to bring Crix's legacy back to the Vigilance if for no other reason I accidentally took 2 Crimson Fleet bounty missions and I would like them to not be in my quest log.
All right. I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannoc IV. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck.
I have 3 pieces of evidence.
Any other fragments?
That's all I have for now, and there's only one more piece of
Okay.
evidence anyway.
Fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it.
No, there's just the one more out there. You don't like talking about your past, do you?
You're not gonna let this go, are you? Why do you care so much about my past?
Call it professional courtesy. I like to know who I'm working with.
I suppose that's fair, though I'm not sure you're gonna like what you find out.
Ooh, were you a
Would
member of the
it
fleet?
shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison?
No.
I suppose that makes me a hypocrite.
Actually, it explains a lot.
Oh, does it now? Was I giving off some kind of ex-con sort of vibe? Give me a chance to explain.
Sure,
I
okay.
grew up in the Well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on in our apartment.
Yeah, I get that
After I
a lot
dropped out
from
of
the
school,
well.
they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply take whatever I wanted instead.
Well, as long as it
Year
doesn't have the
after
little
that,
red icon, you're
A
fine.
career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and my parents kicking me out of the house.
Well, I mean, you did what you had to do.
That's just it, though. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply get by and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind.
And look at you now.
I'm quite proud of where I've ended up. Let's just say the years after my time in the well were filled with highs and lows. Look, The point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past. To know where my anger towards the fleet comes from.
Being a criminal in New Atlantis is a long way from running with the fleet.
Longer than you can possibly imagine.
I was really kind of hoping that, like, she was, like, in the fleet. That would have been really fun. But Delgado would have known that she was in the fleet. You know, because he knows who she is. Calls her out by her name. Full steam ahead to unknown signal. Yeah, this is real nice. Oh, my shield went down. I think I hit a rock. I really wish I had known, and every other time I've done this, I wish I had known that putting 2 of those stupid conduction grid things. And you better keep them on your ship, because all 3 of those things are really useful. I want to see how that targeting thing helps out in the fight against, quick, blow it up! In the fight against the Crimson Fleet. Because this is going to be the toughest, I think, fight I've had so far. Well, we got the last piece of the puzzle, and we made it all the way to Bannoc IV, and we boarded the Legacy. We'll pick up right here next time. This has been Starfield. Thank you for watching, and come back soon for more Starfield.